Kaleena. Kaleena, bitch. Oh, Kaleena. You're the love of my life, but you hurt my heart twice. So y'all, real quick, yesterday I was in my Nelly listening bag. So I decided to, play the Bad Boys song because, they're coming out with the new Bad Boys movie. And as I was listening to the song, I realized, oh snap, Diddy's on the song. And now it's the point of where it's like, what do we do, Because it's one thing to know that he was a part of a group where he might have produced, but hearing his voice now is a little creepy, okay? But what we're talking about is Kaleena Harper. Oh, I forget. Hey everyone, I'm Emerald Louu. This is my channel on YouTube, and I'm so happy to see you. Now, we're going to talk about Kaleena Harper. Who's Kaleena Harper? Well, Kaleena Harper is 1/3 of the group that Diddy came out with called Diddy Dirty Money. Of course, he put his name in it, that bastard. But anyways, Diddy came out with Diddy Dirty Money after making the band. So the group consists of Diddy, Don Richard, and Kaleena Harper. I knew who Don was because Don was in Danny D. Kane, right? So, okay, that made sense. But then I didn't know who Kaleena Harper was. I still don't know where she derives from prior to Diddy Dirty Money, but I know her because of Diddy Dirty Money. So Kaleena, okay, decided she wanted to give her opinion, which she is allowed to do, in the Rolling Stone editorial about Diddy. So now this is her opinion. This is how she feels. And it's one thing for her to make that statement when she was saying, oh my God, I loved working with him. Working with him was great, or whatever the case is. But it's another thing for her to say that the people who are talking about him are basically like, they hurt, they mad, they want money. I'm so mad I don't have the quote in front of me right now, but that's basically what she said. I'll put the quote on the screen. So, because it's like, you cannot do that, because you cannot speak on someone else's experience and say, oh, they're just saying that because they're probably, jealous or hurt or whatever. No. Everyone's experience with a person is different. Just like people experience different stages of their parents, people experience different stages of teachers and so many other people, because during that time that you are with that person, they might be going through a different situation at that point in their lives. And the one thing about it is, I saw the comment and I was like, girl, but then I went to the comment section on the blogs, and as much as I didn't want to, I actually agree with people saying the thing that, well, girl, you probably wasn't his type, so that probably was not your experience. Like, as bad as that sounds, as horrible as that sounds, right? Because we don't want to make it feel like that or seem that way. But at the same time, it's like, well, Kaleena, he probably didn't see any interest in you. But I do feel like there could have been a different type of abuse where it could have been, abusing you financially, credit-wise, and so many other ways, because we know that Diddy likes to be #1 Top Gun. So he probably could have took credit for majority of the music you guys did together for Diddy Dirty Money. The fact that it's called Diddy Dirty Money, and, you can't tell me that it was just sweet and perfect and you never had a problem with him. But if that's what you're saying, then okay. I also feel at the same time that I would feel like Dawn probably had a different experience, and she would have a different story. But at the same time, I'm wondering if that is the case, because Dawn continued on with Diddy after Danny Kane. So what was her experience with Diddy? I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out later on down the road. But I also wonder if it was the same for her also, with the Kaleena side of, oh, it was great, it was wonderful, there was never a issue. But we must also remember they only did one album, which the album was amazing. I'm sorry, but she said she looking for love. All the girls in the club know what's up. She said she undercover, and this is what she got. Yeah, I'm sorry. That album is amazing. It has amazing features and all of that on it. So I kind of feel twisted when it comes to that, because Diddy Dirty Money album was amazing. Okay, it was a staple in culture, and I don't think it did that much. I don't think it did that great successfully wise, like critic wise, but it was great. It was great. But Kaleena coming on, and the thing is, Kaleena, after you did a whole entire album with Diddy that was major. You ended up on Love and Hip Hop, doing storylines about God knows what. And where are you now, Kaleena? This is not going to reignite your career. This isn't going to make you any better. To be honest, you have a wonderful voice. I hope you're doing some work behind the scenes. But Kaleena, you had no right to go and sit there and try to make it seem and belittle people and their experience with Diddy and try to make it seem like they were out to get money or they were lying or whatever you were trying to insinuate in that Rolling Stone editorial feature on Diddy. Girl, you have no right. And how do you look? How do you look trying to be the savior to a man that since the beginning of time, I've always felt like this man had something. It doesn't matter that I was not aware of Diddy as a child, right? But for some reason, growing up, I always felt like the whole entire story with Diddy and Biggie, that he was responsible somewhat for the demise of Biggie. I didn't know the details. There was no Google search. Let me not say there was no Google search. There was no reason for me to do any type of research on that as a child, as a teenager. No. But for some reason in my spirit, I just always felt that way. And all these questionable things that he did, like I mentioned in my other video I just did, I will link it up above right here. Boom. You can check it out later. And for you to try to make it seem like, oh, he was just this perfect person, that may be your experience. You could have kept it as my experience with Diddy was he was pleasant, he was this and he was that. If they said, what do you have to say about the other people? Hey, like I said, that was my experience with him. I can't speak on other people's experiences with Diddy, and then that was that. But the fact that you were you actually made it seem like these people were like jealous, hurt, and bitter. Girl, what you look like? And the fact that you look like what you look like is what makes it even more terrible, because people who already think you're not per se, what's the word I'm looking for? The terminology is escaping me. Society, socialization wise, you would not count as standard of beauty. You know what I'm trying to say, y'all. I don't want to say it because I don't want to say it, but if the man probably ain't want you, ain't feel nothing with you, didn't see nothing with you, you're not going, well, I can't even say that because some people just do it for power, you know? Some people may not want you, may not be attractive to you, but because of the power that they have and because they're hungry to manipulate people and take over people, they won't care. But at the same time, regardless of all of that, it's just the fact that you look dumb. We think you are dumb because what you said was out of pocket. And Kaleena, Harper, you're not going down great. You're going down bad along with Diddy. And I hope it was worth it. And I hope that you don't come out in 5 to 10 years and decide to do what I said, and I ain't mean it. You know, actually, it was a terrible experience. Actually, he hurt me, you know. And he didn't give me, you know, my rights to the music. And yeah, because when I watched the music video for Ass on the Floor, Diddy was very, very, very upset in that music video. I don't know what he was going through at that time, but Diddy was not with it in that music video. Diddy just has too much bad, experiences with multiple people for me to just believe that Kaleena did not have any negative experience. There was no argument. There was no disagreement. There was no arguing about money, about rights, about how to lay the track, about who should sing first or who should be the main one. Hello, did you not see how he handled those other women? Huh? And I feel like maybe Dawn is a part of an NDA, or she probably signed a contract that she was stuck in. I probably have to go back and watch Making the Band, which I'm not going to do, to tell you the truth, please. But that's crazy, y'all. So I'm not going to talk about the Rolling Stone article because so many other people have spoken about it, and I don't have a Rolling Stone subscription, but for the most part, they just covered a majority of what Diddy was a part of and different people's experiences with him. A lot of assault, a lot of verbal abuse, a lot of abuse of power, right? And it's things that we already had a feeling about. And I don't believe that he has any clean-cut relationships with anyone. And it basically puts a emphasis on the fact that he came up with that love persona, and he came up with that giving the rights to publishing rights to these songs to cover up what was about to come out. And the crazy thing about the publishing rights, I remember when he did that, there were a few content creators that emphasized on the fact that he's giving these publishing rights when these songs are no longer popping. I play Since You've Been Gone at least once a month by Day 26. I love that song, right? I'm hoping that the guys of Day 26 do have some type of rights to those music, because if it's for me, they're at least getting 5 cents a month for me playing that song once a month, but who knows? And I haven't heard anything about those people either. And Willie from Day 26 was actually also on Love and Hip Hop with his wife. And they have issues in their marriage. So I wonder if everybody that has had dealings with Diddy have some personal issues that they're dealing with and then that they have to overcome. I haven't heard from Mike. Haven't heard from Q. Haven't heard from Brian. There's another one. I know his face. I don't know his name. But I hope they're all well. And I hope that Shannon and Andrea and D Woods and Dawn and Aubrey also are okay. They're the last few people that we saw deal with Diddy on a large scale. And it was quite interesting. It was reality TV gold. But at the end of the day, it was terrible to know that, you know, it was real. And I hope that Lorianne Gibson is okay also. Farnsworth Bentley, he just stopped carrying the umbrella and we haven't heard from him since. But this video was mostly about Kaleena Harper's commentary on the interview that she had in regards to the Rolling Stone Diddy edition, where they basically decide to do a whole spread about him, detailing things that happened from past to present in regards to Diddy and having to do with Cassie's lawsuit. So you guys, please go ahead and tell me how you feel about the entire ordeal of Kaleena Harper deciding to make the statement that she did. And did you read the spread, and what do you think about it? And do you also feel like it's because he didn't see you like that, and that's why you don't feel like that? Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and please, y'all, can y'all subscribe to the channel? Subscribe. Share the video with your family and friends, okay? Come on now, I'm giving y'all content. Y'all not subscribing, and I ain't getting nothing. Y'all help me out now. If you ain't gonna subscribe, like, send it to somebody else who will subscribe. Or if you feel like it, go ahead and send me a Cash App. Because I'm doing this, I'm trying to make it. And not only that, I just left my other job because I want to focus on some other things. It'll be great if I can get some income from YouTube, since I have lost that income from my second job. Hopefully y'all care. Hopefully. But anyways, like I said, thank you for watching. I'm Emerald Louu. I'm out, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.